Hey guys, it's Missy Wolf and I'm here with Alexis Taylor.
Hi.
So I have to know, what has it been like for you growing up in Canada and then making your way to Nashville?
It has definitely been a journey. I never would have imagined in a million years that I would be here today, and just being able to do music and really being able to do what I love, and sing and write, and just get to play with a lot of amazing people, amazing writers and performers, and all that. So it's been an experience.
That's great. Now, has your family been supportive of that?
Yeah, definitely. My mom and dad are my biggest fans, definitely. And they were also musicians. Well, they still are, but my mom's a songwriter mainly, and my dad, he is a country performer just like me. So they definitely have been supportive of me.
Oh, that's great. Now, have you performed with your mom and dad then?
Yeah, I have. A lot of times when I was younger, I would perform with them at church. But lately, the past 2 summers, me and my dad, we performed at Deerhurst Resort, which is in Ontario in Canada. And that's actually where Shania Twain started her, I guess, singing career before she got discovered. So it's cool.
That's really cool. I love that you're able to, sing with your dad and have that bond and, experience together. That's really cool. Not everybody can say that they can do that, right? So I love that. I love that. Now, when I came across you on Twitter, and I heard your song "Until I See You Again," and I know you wrote that song for a friend, but oh my gosh, every time I listen to it, I just break down in tears. And actually, probably about 20 minutes ago, my daughters and we were listening to it again because they were like, "Okay, Mom, who is this girl?" And I said, "Let me play you the song." And so they're sitting on the couch crying with me because that song just hits home for us. And I know for those of you who are listening who don't know, this song is about the loss of a child. And, it does hit home for so many of us, and there aren't a lot of songs about that. I think the biggest song ever for me that could somewhat relate to that was Tears from Heaven, or Tears in Heaven from Eric Clapton. But this song is so beautifully written, and you wrote this for your friend. So tell me what this experience was like for you, because I can't even tell you how much it means to me that you wrote this song for your friend.
Yeah, well, she initially came to me, and it had actually happened, before I really even knew her. And so she came to me and she said, "Look, I would really love if you, it was the anniversary of the death of her child." And so she came to me and said, "I would really love it if you could write something for me to remember her by." And the baby's name was Mariah. And it was a very, very sad story behind the whole entire thing. And so, I was in Gatlinburg, and we had like a girls' weekend, me and a few of my friends, and that's kind of where I got the idea. I was actually with her at the time, and I couldn't sleep. I was up at 5 a.m. and we had talked the night before about me writing that song for Mariah.
Right.
And it came to me at 5 a.m. and I guess it was really on my heart. Whatever the lyrics were and everything, it really came to me, and I wrote it down, and I never even rewrote it or anything. I just I kept it how it was, and went to the studio a few weeks later, and then it was finished. So
that's great, and I'm sure that I can't imagine her not crying when she hears this song, because it really is just it's so touching. And anybody who's lived through that experience as I have, that's not something you just let go of, and you just one day it's just gone. You're going to feel it every day and every anniversary that passes. And for me, the anniversary was on May 6th. So it was, when I heard your song, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, it was was so emotional, and I honestly thought that I'd probably be breaking down in tears while talking to you about it right now.
Aww.
But it really is, and it's just it is so beautifully written, so well done. How has the reception for you been on this song from everyone?
It's been actually amazing. You know, I only wrote it for her and you know, her family, and I never really had any intention of it, you know, being heard by very many people. Right. But, you know, she wanted me to kind of upload it somewhere so that, you know, she could give it to her friends and family that did know about the situation. And the responses from, you know, people all over the world have just been, it's been crazy because, you know, you never think that one person can really change very much, especially when it comes to the loss of a child.
Right.
And so it's been gratifying knowing that I've helped people. I've had messages from different people saying, you know, I'm going through the exact same thing and I haven't been able to put it into words, and
exactly.
You know, you've really allowed me to, you know, express myself and feel like there will be a day where I'll be okay and I won't feel so sad and angry every single day.
Right, exactly. And just knowing that there's other people out there who know what you're going through, who feel what you're feeling, who have felt what you've felt. It really, really is amazing because for me, my situation, you know, and I can tell everybody this because I talk about her all the time. My daughter's name was Brooklyn. Now, I was pregnant with twins, and she didn't survive, but my son did. And we didn't even make it through the full pregnancy with her. So, you know, it was a different experience than what other people have gone through, but it's still the same as far as, you know, you still have that loss. And, you know, yes, I still have my son, but I think about her every day, you know, and so it's one of those things where, you know, when you realize that other people out there have felt it and they acknowledge it, it's great because you would not believe how many friends of mine have not acknowledged, and it's not their fault. It's out of sight, out of mind. I have my son. They see my son. They don't remember her because they never actually got to see her. So songs like this are incredible, and it does. It takes every feeling that you've felt and that you're still feeling, and it puts it into words that you haven't been able to get out. So I just want to thank you for that myself and thank your friend, and prayers for her and her family as well. I know how difficult that is, and you know, I mean, she's never forgotten. Mariah has a name, and she's waiting on the other side patiently for her mama, just like my Brooklyn is for me. So, so for yeah, absolutely. So for all of those of you who have not heard this song, I encourage you to please go listen to "Until I See You Again." Now, I know it's on your Facebook and Twitter, and on your website. Is it available on iTunes?
Not yet. No, I haven't got a chance to do that yet. I'm not entirely sure if she would want me to, but I will definitely. If I do end up putting it on there, I would just need her permission. So it's just a matter of that. So
well, what I can do then, because I want everybody to be able to hear this song. So when I write the article, I will actually like hyperlink it so that when they click onto the song title, it'll take them right to your page where the song is located so that they can hear it.
Perfect.
Yeah, definitely, because it really is a very powerful, very moving song that I think a lot of people can benefit from, and it sounds like so many already have, which is great. And then another organization that you've been a part of that helps people. I mean, you're just all about helping people. I love this. You've worked with Heart Songs for Veterans. I want to know how you got involved. Now, I just realized this. I didn't even realize it before. I realized it today. And Jill, who runs Heart Songs for Veterans, I love Jill. Her and I love her to death. We talk all the time. And so I want to know how you got involved with this and what this organization means to you, because I know it means a lot to a lot of people.
Yeah, no, Jill is amazing. She's been so kind to me and nothing but incredible. She kind of approached me after a friend of mine had given her my name, and Jill kind of took me under her wing and you know, introduced me to some people in the Heart Songs for Veterans Corporation. Mm-hmm. I actually did a showcase, I think it was earlier, it must have been late 2015 then, right before Christmas. And so she had me performing at a Heart Songs for Veterans Corporation event. And that was kind of my, I guess, introduction to that company and everything that they've done for them. And I actually wrote a song for them that I haven't got a chance to put up on YouTube or iTunes yet either. And I co-wrote that with a friend of mine from Canada. And so hopefully I'll have that ready and put up somewhere on my Facebook or my website soon. But yeah, it's an incredible organization. And it has incredible people part of it as well. The people that Jill has gotten me to get in touch with are just amazing, and their stories are definitely incredible. And just the people that you meet at those events, like the things that they've had to go through and the things that they've had to put up with just so that we can have our freedom. It's incredible.
Yeah, I know what these servicemen pay for our freedom is absolutely, and not just them. And I talk about this all of the time. It's their family and their friends who they sacrifice their time and their loved ones as well, because here they, raise the kids while the husband or the wife goes off and they're fighting for us, and what they see and what they deal with over there. When they come home, they're never, ever the exact same person, right? I mean, and then you got to deal with all of that. And I mean, some stories are great, some are sad. It's just what everybody who is involved with a soldier goes through is just, it's amazing to me. And I just hands down, I have nothing but respect for everyone in the military and all of their family and friends, because it is a rough life. It really is.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm glad that there's artists like you who are, writing songs and donating those songs, because for those, again, who may not know, Heart Songs for Veterans, they help these veterans with all kinds of things, whether it's a medical expense or it's equipment or service dogs or whatever it is that that they need and that they wouldn't be able to get otherwise. So I think it's great. And, the songs donated by the artists raise the money, and it's just everybody working together to lift everyone up. It's phenomenal, and Jill has done a great job, but thank you for joining it, because it's a cause that I think more people need to get involved in,
I agree. It's definitely a cause that is underlooked, I think. In today's world, you don't think of the things that they've had to see over there, the things that they've had to fight for, and the experiences they've had to go through all alone over there. When we're all the way here in the United States, and we're driving our cars and we're shopping and we're going to school, and we really take for granted just the simplest things that they don't even get the pleasure of having or knowing or doing over there while they're overseas. Right,
exactly. And you couldn't have said it any better. I mean, we definitely do take for granted the simplest things, It is pretty crazy, but but artists like you you guys are bringing awareness, and you're raising funds for this great cause, and people are being helped, and it's just growing and getting bigger and better. And and I know that there's going to be a lot of artists from Heart Songs for Veterans that are going to be performing at CMA Fest. Are you going to be performing at CMA Fest this year?
I hope to be. I haven't gotten that far yet.
All right.
I have a pretty busy month this month with some shows, but I should be posting some shows soon for the CMA Fest.
That's right. That's great. And you also have a new EP that's coming out, right? You have an EP that's coming out this summer.
Yes. I'm so excited about it. It's going to have 5 of my own original songs, and I don't have an exact date yet. But again, I will be posting that as soon as I know on my Facebook page. And I'm so excited, because I've never really had anything recorded that I'm going to be putting on a CD for distribution. So I'm really excited to have that in the works soon.
Yeah, no, that's great. And I'm excited to see, because your voice, you have a very beautiful voice. And I think that, number one, the song Until I See You Again captures it, but you also did a cover of Girl Crush. And, that song it's a very unique song. not everybody, I was just telling my daughter, not everybody can cover that song well. And you do. So, I mean,
Thank you.
I've heard a ton. I mean, that was the song, right? I mean, so many people were covering that song when it first came out.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've heard one like really great rocked out version. This band just took it and made it their own, and I was blown away. And then every other one was kind of like, you know, but you did a really great job with it. And I really did. I really did like it because you could still hear the emotion and everything. Like you delivered it really well. So I want to know, what made you choose that song to cover?
Well, during that time, like when it first came out is actually when I recorded it. So I recorded it quite a while ago, which is kind of funny that you said that it sounds great, because I mean, I personally think that I have improved my vocals since then. I mean, when I did record that, I didn't really know the song all that well.
Right.
But no, I was going through a little bit of a breakup at the time. So I guess it really just reflected everything that I was going through. And as an artist, I feel like that's really important, to have emotion in your song,
right,
to really put your feelings into it and allow your audience to believe that that is what you're feeling. And that song just really stood out to me.
Right.
And so that's kind of why I decided to cover it.
Well, and that's why I wanted to know, because I could hear the emotion in the song, and that's why I was saying, not, you know, people cover songs all day, every day, but when you don't feel the lyrics coming from them, you don't feel that emotion, it's just another ordinary, everyday cover or whatever. But that's why I said in your version, I could hear those emotions, and that's why I wanted to know what made you choose this song, because those emotional deliveries they don't come easy if you don't, I mean, I'm assuming they don't come easy if you don't have anything to back it up with. I'm not a singer, so.
No, you're completely right. Yeah. I mean, when I play my live shows, it's hard to kind of choose songs that you are 100% emotionally invested in.
Right.
But luckily, I mean, there's so many amazing songs out there. You know, my choices for when I play live shows, people always seem to appreciate the ones which, you know, I would have personally experienced. So,
right.
But yeah.
Well, I'm glad that I asked. I'm sorry about your breakup, but
it's okay. I'm over it now.
But in a way, I'm kind of glad, because it really did give you the emotional delivery that you needed for that song. So it was great, and you know, and I know, and I hope that doesn't come out like horribly bad, but you know, it is those experiences in life that make us who we are, and they you know, help us grow into who we need to become, and I just think that gave you an extra little push there, because that song is really, you did a really great job with it, and I'm glad that I got to hear it. And it's one of the songs that's available on your website to listen to. For everyone who wants to, you know, jump on and go onto your website and listen to that, they can. Which is great that you do samples, and I have to tell you, I love that your SoundCloud sample was not just a 30-second little snippet. It was like 1 minute and 30 seconds, which was great, because sometimes those little 30-second snippets, I feel like it's not at the right part of the song, and it kind of irritates me. I'm like, no, I want to hear more. So, I mean, it's great. I think you've done a really, really great job with that. And I want to know, like, who helps you with all of this stuff, or do you just do it all on your own? Because your site and everything is really well done.
Oh, thank you. Well, I actually do it myself. A lot of the photography on my website, I do my own, basically just a timer with my camera.
Oh, wow.
Nothing special. Yeah, I do a lot of the photography myself. I did my website design myself. I recorded Girl Crush myself. I didn't record Until I See You Again or Blame It on the Whiskey myself, but everything else that is on my website, I have done myself.
Wow, and the photos, the little slideshow of photos that you have, your black and white side profile one, oh my God, it's my favorite. I love that photo.
Oh, thank you.
That is such a great photo of you.
Taken by a friend of mine. Pardon?
I said that is just such a great photo of you. I love it. It's really great.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah, those ones were taken by a friend of mine, but I meant like I guess it would be the homepage one was taken by me, and a lot of my Instagram ones were taken by me.
Right. No, it's awesome. I love it. And you connect with your fans too on your social media, which I also love. You're constantly keeping everybody up to date on what you're doing. And you had something going on last night. What is his name? Joe. What was his name?
Joe Padula.
Yes. Now, how was that for you? Because you seemed really excited about that on your social media today. So I wanted to hear about it.
Yeah, I was really excited about it. I had a radio interview last night in Clarksville, Tennessee. So that was pretty cool. It was my second radio interview that I've ever done, and it was just such a cool experience. He brought me in. He talked a little bit about where I was from, what I was doing here in Tennessee, and how I got here, everything like that. And I was able to play one of the songs that I will be that will be on my album.
Nice.
When that does come out. And yeah, so it's just a really cool experience.
That's fun. Now, did you have to did you feel intimidated at all? Because the first time I ever went into a radio station, my dad was being interviewed. He was a local restaurant owner, and they made me go in and sit inside with him, and I had those big headphones on my ears, and there was that big microphone on the counter, and I was just like a deer in the headlights the whole time staring at these people like, please don't ask me a thing. Please don't ask me a thing. I don't want to do this. Was it intimidating for you at all? Because those radio stations look kind of scary to me.
Yeah, it was intimidating just because there was not only the radio, but I guess they did like a live video of it as well. So I was pretty glad I wore makeup.
Right.
So yeah, it was interesting. I'd never had, a radio station recording that also did a live video. So that was pretty intimidating, but but I mean, once you get talking to them, it made me feel right at home. So it was great. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
That's good. And that's the new thing now, right? Everybody's doing like the live Facebook chats and the Periscope and all of that. I know Tommy, the co-founder of Center Stage Magazine, when we were covering shows at the Wild Horse Saloon, the Wild Horse Saloon is pretty darn amazing if you haven't been there.
Oh, I know.
Oh my God, I love that place. I love it. And their like green room and all their dressing rooms is just they're great, and every room is like a different theme. But so we were in there doing some interviews, and he was doing the live Periscope, and I mean, I'm already on film, knowing I'm on film, but knowing that he was doing it live on Periscope, I was really nervous, and I was like,
"Yeah, I know."
It's definitely a different experience, and I'm sure that the more it happens for you, the less intimidating it'll feel. But I feel the same way, and I completely understand what you're saying. Then you have people like the Swan Brothers who are just like always doing live things, and they're like so pro at it, and they make it seem like super fun and great. And I'm like, okay, guys, I'm not nearly as cool as you are, but one day I'll be there. Oh my gosh. Well, I am so glad that you took the time to talk to us today. Is there anything else that you have coming up or that you wanted to share that we didn't touch on today?
Well, I do have some shows coming up. The dates are, I actually have a show this Saturday at the Hyatt. And then I also have a show on the 16th at the Millennium Maxwell House in Nashville.
Okay. And
then on the 22nd, I have another radio interview at WUC The Duck out of Lynchburg, Tennessee.
All right. Perfect. I'm trying to write all this down.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's great. Well, I knew you were busy. I saw a whole bunch of dates listed on your page there, but this is great. So people in Tennessee, they're going to be able to see you really soon and listen to you and all that good stuff. And hopefully I'll actually get to see you during the week of CMA Fest. So if you're going to be playing, hit me up with your schedule, and maybe we can come grab some footage of you playing and, get like a live on camera little few minutes of an interview or something there. Conversations, actually.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Interviews just sound so funny to me. I don't like calling them interviews at all. But no, that would be great. I would love to be able to, connect with you out there. I think it'd be a lot of fun, and we're covering all of the Iceman's shows, or as much as we can. We're going to be covering for him. So hopefully we'll get to see you there with a ton of other people, and it's going to be like Nashville's biggest party, right? I mean, it's huge.
Yeah, definitely.
it is definitely every year, and it's different. It's always different, and I never know what to expect because every year is so completely different from the year before. So anyways,
yeah.
But thank you so much again for taking the time. And, if you have anything else coming up or you want, let me know, and I'll make sure we get it out there for everybody to hear.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Bye.